Okay, 2021, the year of personal growth. This year has taught me a lot of things, as does every year, but this year specifically taught me so much. I learned that I love to fly drones, that unexpected things happen all the time, both good and bad, that you aren't going to like every location that you live in, that a lot changes from high school to college, and of course, so much more. Recently, I just finished my first semester of college at James Madison University in Virginia, which is a whole story in itself, which we'll get back to later, but of course that isn't where my 2021 story starts. For that, we have to go back 12 months actually. We can start off in Wichita Falls, Texas, on December 20th, 2020, the day that I decided to cut my hair on my own. Was it the best decision that I've ever made? Probably not. But that's how I started my 2021 off, with short hair, braces, and a very bad attitude toward where I lived and how my life was going at that point in time. At the beginning of this year, I had really low expectations for 2021. I was not in the best headspace mentally. I had just quit the tennis team, pretty much never left my house, had no friends where I lived. I had absolutely no idea where I wanted to go to college, and pretty much only hung out with my dogs. Not that that's a bad thing, because I love hanging out with my dogs. At this point, my 2021 sounds very depressing, but I promise you, it has its ups and downs, as every year does. My January and February weren't all that eventful. It snowed a couple times, I got some college acceptances, focused on school, posted a couple YouTube videos, found out we were moving to Virginia in the summer, and that was about it until February 25th, the day that I got my braces off. I don't know.
You don't know what?
It looks weird. Fast forward a bit to March 14th, also known as spring break. I got to leave Wichita Falls, Texas, and took a short little road trip over to Arizona to see my cousins. But then on our road trip back to Texas, I got introduced to my new favorite state, Utah.
Would you quit with the cold words? Take it on your shoulders. Throw away composure.
After our pit stop in Utah, we made our way back to Wichita Falls, Texas, and in March 20th, 2021, I got my favorite thing that I will ever own, at least my favorite thing that I own right now. It weighs 250 grams, has a camera, and it can fly. If you didn't know by now, it's the DJI Mini 2, and his name is Danny the Drone, and I am obsessed with it, if I didn't already say that enough. I didn't know how to fly a drone before I got one, so it was definitely a learning experience, but I would say that I picked it up pretty quickly and am fairly decent at flying it now, but I'll leave that decision up to you. April was a month full of indecisiveness and trying to choose a college. In case you were wondering, I applied to 15 schools, and I think I got accepted to 7, and was so unsure of where I wanted to go, whether I wanted to stay in Texas and go to A&M or Baylor, or if I wanted to go to Colorado at CU Boulder. I also considered going back to Ohio to go to Ohio University, or if I wanted to stay close to family and go to James Madison, since I knew that we were moving to Virginia in the summer. Long story short, I decided to go to James Madison University on April 29th, 2 days before the deadline to pick colleges. Which is funny because I almost didn't even apply there. My mom actually made me apply there because she was like, it's such a good school, like, it's in Virginia, I think you would really like it. One of my friends from elementary school, her mom works there, and she was she said it's such a good school, and I was like, no mom, there's no way I'm going there. It's named after a president, why would I go there? And I'm going there now, so anyways. In May, I graduated high school and didn't get a diploma because I supposedly didn't turn in my textbooks, which is a perfect example of how my high school experience at Rider High School went. Still a little salty about it, but anyways, my best friend Emily came down for my graduation, and I got to show her around my favorite place of all time, Wichita Falls, Texas. And then a couple days later, we took another road trip to Colorado. This week in Colorado was without a doubt my favorite week of the entire year. I got to go to Yogi Bear Park, learn to take photos of the stars, spent literally every single minute of the week with Emily, laughed a lot, launched confetti cannons in a park, made Emily take me to Garden of the Gods like 4 times, laughed some more, and just overall had an absolutely amazing week. And then from there we went to Indiana to go to the lake. Also felt a little risky and flew my drone over the lake, which was so worth it because I got some of my favorite drone shots that I've ever gotten. Did I almost fly into a tree? Of course. But that wouldn't be the first time and probably wouldn't be the last time that I flew my drone into a tree. Maybe I'll insert a video of me flying my drone into a tree. Oh no! Oh man. From Indiana, we went back to Wichita Falls to pack everything up into the car and headed to Ohio. Ohio is where I grew up, kind of, because I didn't really grow up anywhere since I grew up moving, but I was born there, so in a way, that's the place where I grew up.
Pull me closer now. Where you hold it all together, seamless and bound. Run into arms we found. Where you hold it all together. Hold it all together, safe and sound. Hold it all together, safe and sound.
From Ohio, we went to Virginia and arrived at an empty house. In Virginia, I got to see Grace, who I haven't seen in 2 years, which was still crazy to me, but so nice. Celebrated the 4th of July in Washington, D.C., which if you haven't done before, I definitely recommend you do it because it was so cool. Then on July 25th, I said goodbye to my dad, and exactly 1 month later, on August 25th, I headed over to James Madison University. The first month of college was quite an adjustment, living with a roommate, using communal bathrooms, taking college classes that are so much different than high school classes, trying to make friends, or even better, trying to make the right friends for you, trying to get involved outside of classes. In my opinion, it just takes a little bit of time to figure it all out. After about a month, I loved college most of the time. I joined sports media, worked a football game, worked a basketball game. I studied a lot, got a cone costume, also got a fish. His name is Fred, by the way. Made some friends, tried to go hiking, went to Walmart a lot, got sick, but this time it was just cold. Did some night photo shoots and some day photo shoots. Went home for fall break, played tennis, went to DC, went on a bike ride, then went back to JMU, went to a Jason Derulo concert, studied a lot more, went to some football games, held wires for a football game, got sick. This time it was acute sinusitis. Definitely don't recommend because it was the worst that I've ever felt. And I had to take like 4 exams when I was sick, and it was absolutely horrible. Go to the doctor if your ears are hurting. You probably have acute sinusitis. And you want medicine for that because then it'll help it go away. Went to UREC, played racquetball, met some more friends, had a presentation night, learned how to play pickleball, went home for Thanksgiving break.
We're siblings.
Oh, I got him.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Charlie, isn't that cold?
You get the. Yeah, that was real good.
Dude, Kelly, put your O higher.
For Thanksgiving break, we went to Hilton Head in South Carolina. We went to the beach, rode horses, saw dolphins, played some ping pong, a lot of ping pong actually, went on a bike ride, went to the top of the lighthouse, chased some seagulls, and then went back to school for 3 weeks. December was probably my favorite month of college. Besides finals week, it was by far the most eventful. We went ice skating, kind of. I'm not sure it should fall into the same category as ice skating. We were wearing skates, but we were skating on fake ice, so take it or leave it. We went to a white lies party, filmed a basketball game, got a photo with the Duke dog, studied for finals, said goodbye to a friend, which was so weird because I realized that normally I'm the one leaving or moving, and it was so interesting to be in the other end of that. But anyways, bye Jack. You should come back to JMU sometime so I can absolutely destroy you in racquetball. Took my finals. Don't recommend having 3 finals in one day. It is not the best. And then I went home and said goodbye temporarily to Ashton Kane, also known as my favorite roommate, but she's also my only roommate, so she doesn't have that much competition right now. I think I'll insert a short little montage of Ashton Kane right here so that she knows how much I appreciate her.
What? Oh my god, is this it?
Anyways, I am seriously so grateful for everyone that I met at college because I think the people you become friends with will make or break your college experience. And for now, my college experience is going pretty well, so I do want to say thank you to them because I really do appreciate them a lot.
How's your party experience?
It was good. I'm glad you guys came.
This year has brought me many things, both good and bad, but overall I do think that it has been a year of personal growth because this year started off mentally draining, and the year progressively, although with ups and downs, has gotten significantly so much better. Thank you guys again for watching this, and thank you if you were a part of my 2021. I'm sure I did really appreciate you being a part of it, and hopefully I'll see you in 2022. Oh my gosh, that's so weird. 2022. Who knows what's going to happen in 2022? I think it's going to be a really good year, but we'll have to see, I guess. I feel like this year was so slow, but like so fast at the same time. And it's not even over yet. Like today is December 17th. There's still 14 more days, I think. 2 weeks. A lot can happen in 2 weeks. Maybe I'll add in a montage here of what happened in the last 2 weeks of 2021.
This is the good life. This is the good life.
Gotcha. Heather here.
2022. Oh my gosh.
That's already legal. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to see you. Dude.